Stun grenades shot, plastic bullets fired on the pro-Palestinian student protesters camping at the University of California, Los Angeles. More than 100 police in riot gear descended on their encampment late Wednesday night and forcefully removed them, arresting over 200 people. The standoff continued into the morning hours as students regrouped outside the encampment but were eventually pushed out.
I was on the front lines. I was, the cops hit me with their batons and they grabbed me. I did not resist arrest, but they grabbed me and I said, okay, at this point, the bets are off. The school rather physically intimidate their students, eventually hurt their students, rather than even consider divestment. And that is what's so frustrating.
Discussions around free speech and activism have also taken to city councils nationwide. Austin City Hall was filled with pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli activists on Thursday as the council discussed a measure that calls for a ceasefire in Gaza. It comes days after their University of Texas campus saw another police crackdown where more than 130 pro-Palestinian demonstrators were arrested at the campus in recent weeks.
We need to start talking with each other about what are the peaceful political solutions. How do we get people to know? If we can't talk about that here, if we're just talking about who has the right to kill who, that creates a culture that escalates up.
After days of silence in the face of violent confrontations between police forces and students nationwide, U.S. President Joe Biden finally weighed in.
But this isn't a moment for politics. It's a moment for clarity. So let me be clear. Peaceful protest in America. Violent protest is not protected. Peaceful protest is. It's against the law when violence occurs.
At UCLA, faculty members had signed a petition asking the administration to prevent any intervention by law enforcement on their students' protest, which remained peaceful until it was attacked by a mob earlier this week.
Cleanup efforts are now underway all morning right here where the encampment stood for almost a week. They say all of this area should be cleaned up by the end of the day, but it's far from clear whether the protests are now completely over because some of the students that I've spoken to say they will be back. It is Tian Shan, CGTN, Los Angeles.